My name is Xavier Jackson. I'm from Bronx, New York, and this is my story of being in the high school and going to college. I basically started out in Bronx at Fairpoint High School, and I was a four-star recruit, but I didn't start like that. And definitely, I worked hard to be the best I can be. And starting my senior season as a four-star recruit, I was very excited. I was the second in the state, and I knew I was the best, but not to the national scouts and as well. But as I kept going, I got hit up by this local TV reporter in our station. I know who it is. I know her personally. She wanted to get a little scoop on me of what I was looking forward to my senior year, and I just gave it to her. And I told her that I'm definitely going to be one of the best to come out of this state. And looking at my top 10 schools, I was very excited. I wanted to try to get out of the Bronx and get out of the ghetto, but hey, I did want to keep Syracuse just in case I ever wanted to return home because I didn't feel like leaving. But my number one school I wanted to go to was USC. And at the start of the season, I was the number one ranked guy in the state. In our first game of the season, we took on Center Reach. And this was a pretty good team. They had a great defensive line, but they wasn't too great for us. We knew that. First play for your boy, I get a nice slant, and it's incomplete. That's something that I need to work on more. We did drive down the field a couple drives later, and your boy gets a nice crossing route for a nice easy catch. Boom, breaking a tackle, getting the first down, moving the chains for your boy in this team. Next play, I catch a nice little drag underneath that picks up only a couple yards, but then your boy sets up a beautiful block for the running back who jukes somebody, takes their ankles, and we get in for a touchdown. Now, a couple drives later in the second quarter, a little bit left, got a little slant easy for the first down, picking it up. Just doing my due diligence. I'm a team player at first, but I'm going to make sure I get mines either way it go. A nice little post, a little mix-up of bad communication, and I'm looking at the quarterback like, hey, you got to throw that a little bit later. Too early to throw that. But on this ball, he wanted to give me a shot, and a great defensive play by the defender. He swats it away. I'm a little bit disappointed because I knew I could have made that catch. In the third quarter, we get a big catch and run from my boy, one of my best friends on the team, and he going to take it all the way to the house to start the second half. Me and my boy was celebrating in the back. Very excited for that, but keep it going in the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, your boy needs to make a statement right now. And a big post right here, and it was a little bit overthrown. We needed something, and that was a big play. But he catches me right on this comeback route. He tells me to just keep going straight on the comeback so he can have that drag underneath. And basically, it was just sweet water from there as I get a big catch right there, take it to the end zone, and I ice the game just like that. We win 30-27, and we get a couple offers first. One of them was Eastern Michigan, Purdue, Toledo, JMU. Most of these offers weren't really big offers. These are just the scholarship offers I was expecting to get as I started my first game of my senior year. And I still moved up a little bit in the rankings nationally and at my position, but I was still that number one guy in the state. And then my boy Lane hit me up asking to do some studying so I can take these college exams I had coming up. And it was a great thing because I got college exams, aced it, and I got some scholarships that was easier for me to obtain because I took the college exam. And in this game, in game two, it was a tough one because we had a USC scout, my number one option to go to. He was going to be here this week. First play of the game, he throws a deep ball, and this is a ball that should have been caught. It was just behind me. I didn't know it. I couldn't track the ball very well, but I felt bad. Then the second play, he throws it, and it's hits me right in my shoulder. Very disappointed, and shoving me in the DB get into a little shoving match. But I said, you know what, I'm going to worry about it. I'm going to cook him later, and I cook him on this nice corner route, getting out of bounds, getting the first down, as your boy bumps into him, letting him know that I'm that guy. And then we end up punching this ball in for a nice rushing touchdown, taking the lead to start the game. But that drive, that should have been an easy walk-in touchdown for your boy. Getting into the second quarter, 2 minutes left, trying to find your boy over the middle. I make a great catch, and we pick up the first down. I'm still trying to get ready. I'm still a little bit rusty, but hey, I'm going to do my best. And get a nice little zig route right here and overthrown by the quarterback. We still a little rusty. This is a brand new quarterback, but he does find the tight end wide open for the touchdown as we get it before the 2-minute warning. Then it's time for your boy to cook up. Nice little crosser and a great play by the defender. I just drop it. That's on me, and I need to do better than that. And the crowd, as you see in the stands, they looking very disappointed in your boy. But I know that when my time comes, I'm going to do great. But then my tight end gets a big break. I get set up some blocks, and he's going to take it all the way to the 30-yard line, and that which rewards your boy. Great plays, making teammates become better. You're going to get rewarded, and I get this nice little cross over the middle and easy for the touchdown to extend the lead. I'm feeling a little bit great. I got a couple catches. That was my 4th catch. I hit about 50 yards, and I now have a touchdown. But I kind of wanted to extend that a little bit more. He throws that over the middle, and the safety is there to swat it down. Next play, 2nd and 10. I'm trying to go deep, and the DB swats it, and he does. Coach is disappointed. We ended up losing that game. I fell down, and I felt very disappointed. I lost some scholarship bonuses. And then my boy Alex hit me up saying if I was going to homecoming. I said, yeah. And this girl I asked declined. So, walking out to the homecoming game, I felt very excited because I know that was just energy and motivation she was going to give me. And crazy enough, I did see her in the stands. So I said, you know what? This game for you because you should have took me out. I should have took you out the homecoming. Second play of the game, your boy just does his thing. Crossing route, easy catch, makes a man miss, breaks his ankles, and I'm taking it all the way to the end zone. And I'm taunting the safety who pushes me out of bounds. And I get the easy touchdown on the second play of the game. The crowd is into it. I'm very happy. Going down into the second quarter, we get the ball back after an interception, and I make an amazing catch over 2 defenders, and we extend the lead by 4 game points, and the crowd is looking pissed off. They come back in the third quarter. They find your boy on his slant, picking up the first down, doing easy pickings. Next drive, going deep. They're trying to look for your boy. He throws it up, and I do not be able to make the catch. Great defense by number 15. But then he did say some shit to me before that. But I was like, okay, I'm going to just keep it in my head. But then on the next drive, he throws it to me. I catch this ball, and I make an easy touchdown. And we got that victory 38-34. And then I had some more scholarships, some interesting scholarships come to me. Colorado was a big one that I had on my list. We had Minnesota, we had North Carolina, and plenty more other schools that was more interested in me to become. But the 2 main ones that I did like was Syracuse and USC. Those are the 2 main schools that I wanted to go. And I felt great. I moved up back into my starting depth chart. I went from a 3-star back to being a 4-star recruit. And then this game was a big game because now Syracuse coaching staff wanted to see what I can do, and they was going to come to my game this week. And it was a big game because it was a rivalry game. And we all know when it comes to rivalry games, you got to show up and show out and prove to your team. And on the first play of the game, after getting a delay of game, I get an easy crosser over the middle, and I'm taking it all the way for the end zone for a touchdown. Too easy for your boy, and we extend that lead by 14 after they got a fumble kickoff for a touchdown. Moving back into the second quarter, just a couple seconds left. They find your boy on this crossing route. I get a nice easy catch for the first down. It was 16 seconds to go. I find a gap between the defense, get the catch, and we extend that lead once again. Like I said, this is a rivalry game, so you can't expect us to have a big lead. They come back. We was going back and forth, and we loved every single second of it. Next drive, we get this easy post over the middle, almost one broken tackle away from taking that to the crib, but it don't matter because my boy is going to find me, and I drop it. But the crazy thing about it is he was talking smack. DB was talking smack saying, oh, we locking that shit up all game. But I already got 2 touchdowns. So I said, you know what? Throw it again. He throws it. I make a post easy in the middle. Touchdown. Don't talk no smack if you can't back it up. That's why I let my game do the talking. We find this little drag. He finds the man overneath, and it's incomplete. And now it is 4th and 6. This is a potential game overdrive right here if we don't get this, and I find the corner out, and get an easy catch for the first down. And now I'm feeling very great. As the same guy that was talking smack, I throw the ball back at him, and with a minute 49 to go, he throws a post, and I catch it, stiff arm the defender, and I scored a game-winning touchdown, and we get the victory in the rivalry game. And then those when the big stools started to look and get these offers. Big Duke, more teams coming in to look at your boy for the scholarship offers after me having a 3-touchdown game against my rival school. And I moved even up more. And now we getting into our senior day game. It was really tough for me to get ready to leave this school. Looking around, being appreciative of everything, holding these roses in my hand, giving it to my mother. It was heartbreaking because I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of my career, but I got to start out right. 1st and 10, first play from scrimmage for us. A nice little corner route for your boy, trying to get it overthrown. Now we get a 3rd down and 4. We need a conversion. I make the catch, and we get out of bounds for the first down. We got to move like a well-oiled machine, making a nice little catch, picking up 4 yards. We doing what we doing, baby. And my teammates helping me up. That's when I knew I had love. But then on this play, this could have been an easy touchdown, and it was incomplete. And I hear number 0, number 2 talking smack. He pushes me. I'm looking for a flag, like, what's going on? Then we get this next play, nice little seam route, picks up the first down. Number 2 is guarding me, and I told y'all, I needed this game. This game was very much important to me. We had number 2 one-on-one. I make the catch, and he knocks it out. Great defense by him. We was going back and forth at it all game. Me and number 2 and number 0 was really going at it all game. But then my wide receiver, my best friend, gets a easy touchdown, and I'm telling him, yeah, I'm going to do that shit to you too. Just wait on it. And then we get to this play where he throws it deep, and I told him I was going to do that to him, but it was the wrong guy. I got the easy lob touchdown. I was very excited, but I wanted to get number 2. That's exactly what I wanted. This is a literal close game. Had this drag underneath, picked up the first down, and look who's guarding me. Number 2 once again. But then coming down in the 3rd quarter, we get this easy touchdown to extend the lead. But then they come back in the 4th quarter. We got 34-28, and we need to really get this. I get a nice slant for the first down, and when all comes down to this, 22 seconds, no timeouts, guess who is guarding me? Number 2. I told you I was going to score on him, and I did exactly that, but that time it ended the game. Are you dumb? I told this boy he can't fuck with me. The crowd is disappointed, and more big scholarships came in. Georgia, Notre Dame, and your boy became the number 1 guy, but now it is time for signing day. I need this, and I managed it down the top 3 schools. It was really tough to do for signing day, but I managed it down to the 3 schools that I wanted to go to. And these are the 3 schools and my explanations for every single one of them. USC, the main school I wanted to go to, but I wasn't going to start immediately. I was going to have to work my way. With Vanderbilt, I could start immediately, but it's going to take definitely like 2 to 3 games. In Penn State, I will start as of right now. But the team I decided to go to and commit to was USC. I wanted to be a Trojan my whole life, and now I can continue on that legacy that my family has done. And after committing here, did a little tour around it, met with the offensive coordinator who was telling me more about how the scheme goes and how the offense really plays and where is my role in that as well. I told him I appreciate it. I'm ready to play some football. I then get hit up on my academic advisor who was giving me a synopsis of basically saying, hey, you got to retain a 2.0 GPA to stay eligible. If you don't, you're not going to play. So all I had to do was get a 2.0 or better, and I was going to play. Simple. And checking out my drip, I had to make sure that my drip was nice, and it was nice and fitted. I changed it up a little bit, and I was ready. I was making sure that I was going to do my thing here. And then taking a look at it, I was an 86 overall, the 3rd best wide receiver on the depth chart. I was wide receiver 6 though, so I got a lot of room to improve on.